これで僕のノルマは終わりだ。
Damn. Like, obviously, I didn't expect this to be like a full-blown, like, kind of like fight scene. Like, especially not with like what we got with George and Ava Beatrice, or even like, as suspenseful with Jessica and Kyrie's, but I guess I should have expected Kanon to be a bit more clean about how he goes about it. Also, Rose is definitely not on the level of paranoia that Kyrie is, so it's not like she had been suspecting Jessica to do something from the Kyrie had been suspecting Jessica to do something from the jump. Kanon just shows up and just like, oh, I'm just gonna have a chat with this dude because he overheard about the thing, blah 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 blah. Oh, well, hold up, I'm dead.
見届けたか、悪魔ども。
What the fuck?
しまった。
よくもママを殺したな。
Why the fuck did Maria get here? What in the shit? No, 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 no. Fuck you. Fuck you. No. Don't tell me Kanon has to murk Maria. Don't you? No. 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 That's the thing. That's the thing. I fucking pointed it out last time. I pointed out, like, the first Twilight, it's supposed to be 6 people, right? But there's only 5 people partaking in this whole trial of love going on, right? You sons of bitches. You sons of bitches. Oh, they fucking lured me in. They lured me in with the promise of Rosa dying. I'm like, hell yeah, that's my shit. And now you're gonna throw my little homie under the bus like this? Oh. 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 I don't like this. Oh, fuck you. I swear to God, Kanon better be as fucking merciful with Maria as he was with Rosa. I swear to God. If Rosa gets the fucking quick and painless treatment, and Maria doesn't, I'm going to lose my mind. One of the 2 great witches of Mariage Sorcier, Maria. Though she was just an apprentice, the power sleeping within her had impressed even Beatrice, the height of her strength. In Maria's eyes, though Rosa may have been the Black Witch, she was also the vessel of the mother she couldn't help but love. Her anger at having that stolen from her was near madness. Maria's attack was too emotional. Because of this, she didn't notice that Kanon had vanished for several heartbeats, and she released her barrage of what had become empty space. In the meantime, Kanon jumped from wall to wall, around to Maria's back.
ノルマ以上の殺しは不本意だ。でも火の粉は払う。
No, don't kill my little homie Sakataro! God damn it! Son of a bitch! This game really got me, huh? It really said, oh, you want to see Rosa die, huh? You want to see Rosa die? I bet. It's gonna cost you, though. The cost was too great, man. Back it up. Go pick someone else. I take it back. Don't do this. Fuck. Man.
お前。
God damn it.
外交官特権。僕とマリアを照準することを許さない。
しまった。
The red curved blade extending from Kanon's hand, it vanished in an instant. He tried hard to make it reappear, but when he attempted to use it on Maria and Sakatara again, it vanished once more. Because of Sakutaro's power, he was unable to make either of them the target of his attacks.
いつの間にそんなところに。ウリュウ、マリアをいじめる人は誰であっても許さない。
Maria finally noticed where Kanon was, and she slowly turned around. Nah, but it doesn't end there. No. Kanon and Jessica are two of like the main couples, alright? You can't just end them right there, and then what? Like, and then just Jessica's out of the running? Because if Kanon's dead, like, what the fuck's Jessica gonna do, huh? Nah, Kanon ain't dying here. I don't believe it for a second, but I'm curious to see where this goes. Kanon made his sword materialize yet again. No matter how often he tried it, it kept fading out like a flashlight with a bad battery.
もう逃がさないマリアのママを奪った罪。許さない殺す。ママがみんなを殺したように無慈悲に殺す。
Like Mama did what? Whoa, what? You mean like your fucking all the fucking toys and friends that she tore apart? As Maria howled, the entire parlor was surrounded by a cube of red magic barriers. It was a closed room symbolizing a barrier that Kanon could never escape. Oh. I think things are looking pretty bad for my mans here. Like, I can't imagine that he doesn't make it out of here, you know? Kanon cursed his bad luck. Even though he had fulfilled his goal in the demon's trial, if he was killed here, he'd be dragged off the game board. Exactly. And then Jessica's whole shit for being there wouldn't matter in the first place.
マリア、ほどほどにね。ほどママよりちょっとだけ手加減する。
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I figured. There's no way.
失礼します。マリア
That's
様。
kind of what I was expecting too. Shannon pops up.
ゼパル様、フルフル様との契約により、お命頂戴いたします。
I'm not gonna lie, kind of what I was expecting. Like,
Shannon.
I figured either Shannon or, yeah, I don't know why I would expect, New Beato to go for it. Kind of expected Shannon would then, obviously because Shannon wants this, whole competition between her and Kanon. She wants it, done right and done properly. Like, if Kanon gets murked straight out, like, she doesn't want to stand by for that. So obviously she's gonna step up and be like, oh, well, I know who I'm taking out. Whereas, young Beto here, she's gonna be like, hey, let's competition. I ain't stepping in on that shit. Especially since she seems weary to just even step into it in the first place. Shannon, I'm gonna need you to show a little bit of mercy here. Listen, I know you're standing up for your bro there, and I get that, it's respectable. Please don't overkill my little homie here. Please, I'm begging you.
無駄だよ、シャノン。マリアは誰にも照準できない。はい、照準など大それたことはいたし。ただ私は身を守るだけです。
A cylindrical red magical barrier surrounded Shannon as she stood in the center of the parlor. She made its brightness and thickness grow, and its radius suddenly expanded, filling up the room. Your attacks can't target her, but she's not attacking. It wasn't targeting Maria. This power is being wielded to protect Shannon's body. So Sakutaro's power didn't make it disappear.
姉さん。
お嬢様への気持ちはこんなところでついえるの。しっかりなさい。
By now, the shield with Shannon at the center had covered up the entire room. Its power crushed Maria and Sakataro into the corner. No, don't. No. Ironically, they were perfectly wedged between Shannon's barrier and the closed room barrier Maria had set up to prevent Kanon from escaping. No, don't.
逃げられないそっかこの部屋は密室なんだわけベアとの魔法を否定する探偵気取りにはちょうどいいかもしれないチェックメイトです、よろしいですかうんいいよ潰してそれではこれにて
Fuck, man. The entire room was filled with the red light of the shield, and the output and pressure were raised to their limits. God damn it. Rosa gets this quick fucking slice across the head, alright? That doesn't leave any external wounds, just, gives her some bloody tears. And Maria gets fucking crushed to a pulp. Like, god damn it. Come on, man. This is bullshit. I don't want to be here anymore. Fuck this shit. Story sucks. And crushed between the shield and their own closed room barrier. Maria and Sakataro lost their forms, scattered into a golden splash, and disappeared. Okay, they lost their forms. Okay, yeah, it says they scattered into a golden splash. Okay, so they're not, like, splattered all over the walls or anything.
ここで消えるわけにはいかなかった。
こんなとこで負けてたら諦めがつかないもの。
そうさ、こんなとこで負けてたら諦められん。
ゼパル様、私たちも共に試練を終えました。
Okay, okay. So now we're back to, there's 5 people, but the Twilight calls for 6. Unless they're gonna pull out Kinzo's corpse and use him as the 6th person. Which is a possibility, for sure.
これでよろしいですか。
いやー、2人とも文句なしだったよ。
では最後はベアトリー
Yep,
チェの
young
番かし
Beato's
ら。
turn.
おや？彼女はどこに？
もちろん彼女の選んだ生贄のところにさ。さあ、私たちもそこに行ってみよう。
Curious. Curious. Very interested to see who Beato picked. Son of a bitch. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. God fucking damn it. Ah! Oh, I hate this. I fucking hate this. Yeah, no. The game's like, oh yeah, you're all happy Rosa died, right? Yeah, no. That's great, right? We took out Ava Beatrice for you. You love that. Oh, we're gonna take out Rosa for you. I know you're gonna like that one. Now watch this. And I'm like, you sons of bitches. You sons of bitches. You had to front load it, didn't you? Yeah, God. I really ended the last recording session at like the perfect point, right? They took out Ava Beatrice. There's the cool, suspenseful chase with Kyrie, and then it leaves off showing that Rosa's gonna be the next one. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm into this. But then, of course, that's the big turning point. Okay, Rosa's gonna die, but she's gonna get a nice, quick and painless death. And then your little homie's gonna die. And then, your fucking queen's gonna die. Like, God fucking damn it. Like, what? Why? What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? I swear to God, I feel like I know that this episode clearly came out years and years and years ago. I feel like it was written to spite me. Like, what is this shit? There's no way that this last turn of events wasn't just perfectly written to just absolutely fuck with me. There's no way. The fact that it lures me in with the potential of Rosa dying, and then quick and painless Rosa's death followed by Maria, then Nazi. Like, come on. The fuck? What the fuck? Alright, let's keep going. Karasa told her to go to bed, but she couldn't afford to lie around sleeping on an important day like this. However, she realized that she was the type to get excited easily, and that this sometimes held her husband back. So, though she didn't like it one bit, there was no way around it. It was probably close to the time for the break to end, and the family conference would begin once again in the dining hall. Her husband would have to protect the Ichiramiya family honor from those greedy siblings all by himself. If she grew emotional by his side, she would just tie him down. Though she knew that quietly waiting here was the best way she could support him, that didn't make the waiting any easier. Natsu pulled a small treasure box out of a drawer. This was her secret box. Inside was everything from valuable items to mere rubbish. However, they are all precious, memorable treasures in Natsu's eyes. She pulled a small pouch out of the box. She stuck her hand inside it. It was the kind of charm that her own family had given her when she had married. A spirit mirror to ward off evil. Her own face was reflected in it. Youth doesn't last forever. Recently, she'd seen a bit of her parents and grandparents on her own face. So by staring at her reflection in the mirror like this, she felt as though her soul had returned to the family she'd been born into.
お父様、お母様、夏日が不勉強なばかり。夫の支えになれません。
Of course, her face in the mirror did not answer. However, Natsu continued.
夫を愛しているからこそ、私はここで待っています。しかし、愛は寄り添うものと、ここでこうしているのが一番の協力になると、理屈では分かっているのに、そんな自分に惨めさを感じてしまうのです。辛いですね。愛ゆえに待つの。
With a plop, a tear fell onto the mirror. Old, dear memories of her life at her parents' house rose up inside her. Now was the time for her to follow her parents' example. When her father came home late, her mother would always sit up, straight, waiting for him, prepared for him to arrive at any moment. She would always wait for him, kneeling in the entrance hall. And no matter how late he came home, she would always wake up all the children in line and line them up to greet him. At the time, I only thought of her as being exceptionally strict. But at this age, I finally understand how strong she was, persevering in her love for her beloved husband, even after being left in charge of the house while he was out.
その夫への愛ゆえに見知らぬ赤子を抱かされるのが許されなかったのですね。
The sudden voice made Natsu jump up and look about the room. When she did, there was a Western lady wrapped in an extravagant dress.
誰です？
Natsu was confused. There was no one like this in the mansion. However, though this was her first time seeing this person, it felt as though she had seen her somewhere else. Her mind had gone blank with anger at the ruffian who had snuck into her private room, and confusion over the appearance of someone she didn't know. So it took quite some time before she realized that this was the witch at the portrait.
あなたが19年前のあの日に見知らぬ赤子を殺めたことに。
何の話ですか？
Beato had chosen Natsu as her sacrifice. Why? She was Battler's enemy. I mean, that makes sense. Fuck. Man. Beto didn't know much about the details of Battler's birth. However, she knew about the fragment from the previous game, and knew there was a chance that Battler was the baby that Natsu had pushed off a cliff 19 years ago. Yeah, it makes sense why she'd choose Natsu, but god damn it. Battler had used this blue edge to protect Natsu from certain false charges. But if you took it as a confession by Battler himself, then from Beato's position, Natsu was an enemy who probably forced Battler to live a painful life.
夫への愛ゆえに夫の血を引かぬ赤子を殺した罪を私は愛ゆえに問いません。
何の話か分かりません。出て行って ここは私の部屋です。
ならば私の愛ゆえにあなたを殺すこともまた。
Beto slowly stuck. Hey, you done? Okay. Beto slowly stuck out her arms and made as if to grab something in empty space. That grab bound itself around Natsu's neck. Oh, she hitting her with the fucking force choke? Goddamn. Natsu's heels lifted up, and a faint purple shape appeared around her neck. Natsu frantically scratched at her neck, trying to stop whatever was strangling her, but there was nothing there. So to an outsider, it just looked as though Natsu was standing on her toes in anguish, scratching at her own neck.
愛し合う二人たちが皆私のバトラさんへの思いが私が19年前のあなたの罪を咎めないように私も
As Natsu twisted in agony, something she had been grasping fell from her grip. Since it had fallen by her feet, Beato dropped her gaze to see what it was. It was Natsu's spirit mirror. When she peered into it, there was a sound like a burst of electricity. Uh-oh. That sound released Natsu from the invisible hands. I kind of figured that that was going to come into play. The whole reason she pulled out the spirit mirror, I'm like, okay, this is going to do something. It made Beato topple backwards like a doll. Coughing, Natsu tried to comprehend what was going on around her. Beato rolled over, and dizzy as though she hadn't... Beato rolled over, and dizzy as though she'd just bumped her head, she slowly tried to stand up. Her eyes were bewildered, as though even she didn't really understand what had happened.
これは何なんですか。これは意外だ。雲の巣を触っても平気だったそなたが霊境はダメだというのか。
Interesting. Interesting.
私にも何が何だか一体何が。
She had thought that only Beato the Elder possessed non-human weak points, such as getting burned by spiderwebs and wards and having her power sealed by spirit mirrors. However, for some reason, this spirit mirror alone could apparently affect Beato as well. Even Beato couldn't understand what about that spirit mirror had had such an overpowering effect on her. But Natsu was different. She instantly realized that the reason for the hesitation of this unearthly being, this witch of the portrait, must be the power of the mirror. Yeah, go queen. So she rapidly crawled across the floor and picked it up, and she stuck it out so that Beato could see it. Beato still didn't know what was happening, so still, sitting down, she looked straight at it. I mean... And this time, both of them understood the situation completely. Beato realized that the mirror was working some hateful power against her. And Natsu realized that the spirit mirror had the power to repel witches.
それはお前がよこす霊言新たくなるこの霊境は邪悪な存在の全てを退けるのです。
But the spirit mirror still held out. Natsu cautiously closed the gap between them. She was cautious so as to prevent the other from suddenly lashing out and stealing the mirror, but she steadily moved to corner this evil.
あなたがわかるのはあなたはそしてこの霊境にひるむ退きなさい邪悪め
Beato didn't understand what was happening herself. She didn't know why she had to fear the spirit mirror. However, when she tried to look at that bright light let off by the spirit mirror, it pierced her eyes. Stop looking at it, idiot. Though she didn't understand why she must be afraid, she did understand that she must be afraid. By now, Beato realized that the spirit mirror was both terrifying and harmful. As it came closer to her, she felt an increasingly strong and painful burning sensation all over her whole body, as though someone was approaching her with a hot iron. She couldn't even open her eyes because of the mirror's bright, painful glint.
元の世界へ退散なさいこの後ろ宮夏 邪悪に対して
Damn right you
一歩
don't.
たりともひるみはしません。
It's no use. Why? Why is this musty mirror so... If I lose here, I'll be the only one to fail this trial. Just like George-san and Shannon-san, and Jessica-san and Kanan-san. I also want Battler-san to acknowledge me, and treasure me. And even though I finally managed to be honest with myself, in a place like this, I alone will be...
諦めちゃうの？あなただけが？
信じるんだ。愛の奇跡は必ず起こる。
I love Battler-san. I want him to notice me. I want him to acknowledge and accept my feelings. My reason for calling him father and dedicating myself to him was out of duty towards a parent of mine. I would have been satisfied with no reward. That was a deception I used to fool myself. I love Battler-san. And I want him to acknowledge it. Accept it. I won't turn away any longer. I was born because I love Battler-san, and I want him to love me back.
だからこんなところで負けられないんです。
退散なさい。ここにあなたの居場所は存在しません。
Her determination had come too late. If she'd had it from the start, she would have probably managed to finish Nazi off right then without any fear. Because she had wavered, it had taken time to kill Nazi, and things had ended up like this. Now I am resolved. I want to love Battler-san. I want him to love me.
だからここで負けられない。バトラさんのために私は生まれてきた。
そう、それが
聞きたかった。